So you're thinking about buying your first rental property, but you're not exactly sure where to even start. Well, don't worry, it's really not as complicated as it might seem. We're going to walk you through a clear, step-by-step playbook, all based on Stephan's fantastic guide to help you turn that goal into a reality.
The real question here is, are you ready to make this happen? Because I promise you, by the end of this short explainer, you're going to have the exact framework you need to get going.
We're going to break this whole journey down into 5 simple, manageable stages. We'll go from getting your finances ready all the way to actually scaling your portfolio. All right, let's jump in.
Okay, before you even think about looking at Zillow or browsing any property listings, you have to build a rock-solid financial foundation. Seriously, think of this as step 0. It is absolutely non-negotiable.
Yeah, this isn't like buying your own home. When it comes to an investment property, lenders want to see more skin in the game. So, what does that mean in real numbers? For a $200,000 property, you're going to need somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 saved up, and that's just for the down payment. You know, you can think of your credit score as your financial report card. When lenders see a score above 740, they see you as low risk, and that means they're going to offer you their very best interest rates. And of course, a lower rate means a lower monthly payment, which at the end of the day means more cash flow in your pocket. Lenders also need to see stable, provable income. This is a huge one, especially if you happen to be self-employed. They're going to average your income from your last 2 tax returns. So here's a pro tip. If you're planning to buy soon, be really careful about writing off too many expenses, because that can actually lower the loan amount you qualify for. Okay, listen up, because this might be the single most important piece of advice in this whole section. Do not start looking at properties until you've talked to a lender. Get pre-qualified first. That way you know your exact budget, it saves you so much time, you avoid a ton of disappointment, and it lets you move fast when you finally find the right deal.
All right, with your finances all lined up, now we get to the fun part, the hunt. But you need a strategy, right? Otherwise, you're just going to waste time looking at the 95% of properties that are actually bad deals.
So, a winning search strategy really has 4 key parts. First, you need to see as many properties as you can. I'm talking dozens. This builds your instinct for what things are actually worth. Second, invest locally. You have a home field advantage there. Third, target that lower to middle price range. That's where you'll find the biggest pool of renters and future buyers. And finally, try to avoid condos. This helps you steer clear of restrictive HOA rules and fees that can just kill your profits.
And now we get to the most critical part of this whole thing. This is where you put all emotion aside and you just let the calculator do the talking. A property is only a good investment if the numbers prove it, period. This right here is your single most important metric, cash flow. As a new investor, your #1 goal is to have money coming in every single month, not going out. You never ever want to be in a position where you're paying out of your own pocket just to hold on to an investment.
So, how do you know if a property will actually cash flow? Well, you have to calculate all the costs, and it's way more than just the mortgage. You have to factor in your taxes, your insurance, and this is what so many people forget, you have to budget for the unexpected. Setting aside money for maintenance and potential vacancies is the only way to get a truly accurate picture. Let's look at a real-world example here. For a $400,000 property, your mortgage might be around $1,700, but that is not your real cost. See, when you add in the taxes, the insurance, and those really important buffers for maintenance and vacancy, your actual monthly cost is over $2,600. That means your rent has to be higher than that number to make any profit. And this is where the real magic of real estate kicks in. If that same property rents for, say, $3,200, you're not just making cash flow. Your tenant is also paying down your mortgage for you, which builds your equity. In this example, the combined return on your initial $80,000 investment is nearly 18% in the first year alone. That's powerful.
Okay, so now you know what a good deal looks like on paper. The next step is being able to spot that potential in the real world and knowing exactly how to lock it down.
You want to look for properties that just need simple cosmetic fixes. These are your value-add opportunities. An ugly kitchen from the 80s? That can be updated. What you can't fix is a bad location. A noisy freeway or a super busy street, those are permanent flaws that will always limit your property's value and its appeal.
You have to adopt this investor's mindset. Don't fall in love with a property, you fall in love with the numbers. If a property doesn't cash flow at its asking price, you figure out the price where it does cash flow, and you make that your offer. And hey, if they say no, you just move on.
Now, once your offer is accepted, the work is not over, not by a long shot.
A great agent is going to guide you, but your job is to be thorough. Get a detailed inspection. And that report? That's not just a checklist, it's your primary negotiation tool. You can use any issues it uncovers to ask for credits or a price reduction.
You closed the deal. Awesome! Congratulations! But you're not done yet. This final phase is all about maximizing your investment and, just as importantly, setting yourself up for the future.
When you're renovating a rental, you need to think durable, not delicate. Your goal is to renter-proof it. So, use materials like laminate flooring, sturdy countertops, stuff that looks good but can handle the wear and tear. Trust me, this will save you a fortune in turnover costs down the line. Look, the path to building real wealth isn't about one single deal. It's all about consistency. The strategy is so simple. You stabilize your first property, you get it cash flowing, and then you immediately start saving to do it all over again. Buying one duplex every 2 years might sound slow, but over a decade or two, it becomes an incredibly powerful wealth-building engine.
Ultimately, this isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about following a proven, repeatable process that builds a portfolio that pays for itself and funds your future. The strategy is simple, and the playbook is right here in front of you. So the only question left is, what will your future look like?